Hey there, guys, gals, fans, and pals. Your buddy JohnMegacycle here. Another edition of the Megacycle Entertainment, February 2022, Bloons Tower Defense 6 Tournament Round 2! Oh my gosh! Both these gentlemen, PyroMusical and JohnMegacycle, have shut out their monkey knowledge. Looks like also both going for open Greenfoot, but let's take a minute and go over the rules real quick. We tried to build this tournament to be as simple and as straightforward for all players involved. So we've come up with a couple of basics to really work on that everyone has to follow. First off is no monkey knowledge. Now that way it kind of limits if you're level 60 or 6,000, kind of evens the playing field there. Only the first 4 heroes are allowed: Quincy, Gwendolyn, Striker Jones, and Oben Greenfoot. Gosh, I hope I'm still pronouncing that last one right. Also, no instant monkeys, no instant abilities, and no paragons. I've mentioned that a couple of times verbally throughout the tournament, but this is the first time I was able to update that card, get that set in stone. So we kick off right away. A Monkey Buccaneer for JohnMegacycle on the right, and Pyro... Did he not build a tower? On the left side? Is it... What's the strat here? Maybe I'm not seeing it. Okay, so he got the money for completion and then built his, recruited his open Greenfoot. Okay, that's an interesting strat. Took an intentional hit for the damage just so he can get enough money for his leveled up dude. Wow. We're on Skates, the map, and we are on hard difficulty. Monkey Buccaneer for JohnMegacycle, like I said. Grape Shot, Flaming Grape Shot, Merchantman is probably the play of the game that way. Knowing PyroMusical, if we're going to take any notes from his last strat, it's going to be the Druid party all over. Yeah, there we go. We're seeing Druid right out the gate. Right there with open Greenfoot. That definitely has worked. And like I said, I'm very confident that Pyro and Hydra have spoken to each other before the second round, but after the first round. Because if we take a look at Hydra's play, he had a very strong mix of stuff. But then when Hydra came to the second round, I can talk, trust me. I'm a good parrot. Talking parrot. When Hydra came to the second round, he actually had the same Druid setup. So I'm very confident those two got chatty. It's not that big of a deal. It's not against the rules. Whatever. You can't talk to your opponent was the main rule and the main takeaway. So we wanted to have it like as organic and as blind as possible. So no one got to see any of the videos except me, which I'm seeing them all now as I'm doing the commentary. So anyway, for PyroMusical on the left, I'm very sure we're going to see maybe 4 or 5 more Druids, and then most likely a Monkey Village, and then somewhere in there probably some economy. For JohnMegacycle on the right, he's got the 2 Monkey Buccaneers already, and it's going to be whenever they turn into Merchantmen to kind of start filling in that economic need. Again, it's always weird trying to talk to myself or about myself in the third person or talk about myself in the first person. Whatever. Anyway, this was my run on the right, PyroMusically on the left. Good stuff, good stuff. Okay, so still moving forward. First Banana Farm on the left side for Pyro. Not a big surprise. I knew some economy was going to get sprinkled in there somewhere. Wasn't sure when, but I'm not super surprised that it's happening. Most likely going to see a ramp up. Maybe 2-0-0 or 3-0-0, something like that. And then a big sell-off, and then building his big bank, or what have you, for the big Boku bucks. That's something I would expect. Long range and grape shot seem to be the order of business for the Monkey Buccaneers on the right. Obviously, better range, allowing for a very good map coverage, especially with how this map is orchestrated. Those Monkey Buccaneers are going to be able to fire all kinds of heck at the enemy, especially once they get to the flaming type, or, yeah, flaming grape shot, I think it's called. Should be some good stuff. Open Greenfoot on the right side for JohnMegacycle, getting his hero out. And a Druid. So a little bit of commonality in strat here. Instead, the main difference now is economy. A third Druid. Unprecedented. Pyro really hammering down in the economy very early. I'd say that's a pretty pro strat. Couple getting loose from Pyro. He turned down the game speed, see if this was gonna fly. And looks like that's gonna be 3 health damage. 3 lives lost. It's already interesting because Pyro's already down now a total of 40 lives. So Pyro's next 30, 40, 50, 60 waves right on there have to be very meticulous and very calculated. too many balloons getting past is going to be a really big problem. See, right now he's got no range, and those guys are just squeaking on by. That was 5 lives lost. That was 4 lives lost. That's going to be another 3 and another 2. And that's not looking super, super good right now. Pyro has plenty of ways to make those lives back. Am I concerned for Pyro? Not really. I've played many games of Pyro, StarCraft 2 specifically. Pyro is a calculated machine of sorts, for sure. So, not having to worry about, like, trying to figure out where the next mineral structure is or where the next Vespene geyser is really helps out, and I think Pyro's going to do just fine. Camo balloon, that's 2 lives, scooting away. Right side for JMegs, that's not going to be an issue. There's Crow's Nest or Lookout Tower, whatever it's called. Poop Deck? Whatever it's called for the Monkey Buccaneers that allows them to see all the camo. Oh man, Pyro's letting a lot of these squeak by. This is looking kind of dangerous. He's down to 21 lives in a second here. Boop, yep, 21 lives. Greenfoot does have his barbed technique though, so maybe that'll be enough of a blocker for anything else that comes by. It's looking pretty dangerous though. First merchantman on the right side for JMegs. Yeah, those camo balloons don't stand a chance. They're slow enough and they're sticking around long enough in that curly Q kind of a middle part where we've got the water. Kind of seems to be more than enough time for the damage to get done. Lead balloons are no problem for Monsieur Greenfoot. Seems to be working out pretty nicely, pretty nicely. Glue gunner on the right side for JMegs, looking for some sort of crowd control. See if some sort of pacification can be done. Second merchantman on the field. Yeah, PyroMusically on the left side if you haven't seen it. PyroMusical has been going under the name PyroMusically lately, so that's why a bit of a mix-up on my side. So do apologize for that. Same dude. Same great value. Just 2 more letters. He's got his bank on the bottom right. That's going to generate interest over time, and that's going to be a nice pile of cashish for him. I don't know if you saw it real quick, but it popped up. It did show how much was in the bank. The Dartling Gunner, nice addition for JMegs. JMegs is going to take a few hits of life. Oh, down to 1. Oh my gosh. That could not have been better calculated if it was calculated at all. Oh my, I'm drooling over here. Down to 1 health. And as I'm gawking over this, PyroMusical on the left side is going to be down to 10 health in a second here. Oh my gosh, this has been ridiculous. Okay, so on the left side, we've got PyroMusical, a ton of camo. That barb, are those briar patches going to be enough? That was enough. Holy cow. Oh, still going. Holy cow. On the right side, JMegs has responded with even more boats. Need to double and triple down on the economy if anything's going to happen. This is the dodgiest match we've seen so far, with both players getting well under 50% of their lives in the first few rounds. But actually, all things being considered, PyroMusical is on 35, and JMegs is on 45. There's a 10-wave difference between these two players. Oh my gosh. Insane. It's just nuts. JMegs going for the mortars. I did see PyroMusical throw down a monkey village and then also upgrading his druid, singular druid, to higher levels. I didn't get a look at the stats there. Monkey village is a 020 now. Definitely going to help with that camo detection, for sure. JMegs going the banana farm route. Looks like a 203. Pretty easy money right there. PyroMusical gonna let that red squeak on by. Oh! The seeking of Open Greenfoot's, was it Dragon Spirit or whatever? Caught that last guy. Okay, and a helicopter for JMegs that actually just saved him. Oh, what timing. 220, so camo detection and razor rotors and pursue. So that's the loadout for that helicopter. This is so dicey for both of these players. Okay, looks like the order of business is more merchantmen for JMegs. Second bank went up for PyroMusical on the left. Another druid on the field. Those druids are also pretty dynamite monkeys, to be fair. Snipers going up for JMegs, it looks like. Okay, let's see if okay. Two of the Moabs seem like they weren't that much of a problem for JMegs on the right. That's looking so dicey. It's literally hanging by a thread. You can't cut that any closer. Pyro letting a few of these guys go. Yeah, Greenfoot's Dragon Chant didn't quite make it. Oh, looks like that Druid in the upper right. Yeah, that Druid right there he has selected is far enough to actually get some coverage over there. So that's good to see. Helicopter for JMegs is paying off bank. That's definitely saving him quite some headache. Monkey Buccaneers still seem to be doing pretty well for JMegs as well. Dartling Gunner, Mortars, Snipers. Oh man, that helicopter's really working. It makes sure that there's a bit of containment. So that's another character that can attack everything on the map. Works out pretty well. Another Druid out for PyroMusical. Not too shabby on that. Seems like to be a pretty good working strategy. Tack Shooter on the right side for JMegs. Looking for, I would guess a 4-2 something. Yeah, 3-2-0 right there. This map's really good because there's a lot of crossover points. There are some maps that really have that element panned out where it's a balloon might cross the same area 2, 3, even 4 times. So getting a lot of group damage right there, explosives, a lot of AoE, whatever, you can get a lot of work done. These boys seem to be doing pretty well. 44 on PyroMusical side, now 45. JMegs is up to 59. Kind of a bit of a solid push there. I think I saw, yep, more banana farms for PyroMusical. We're starting to see some of the red Moabs. Let's see how this one handles on JMegs side. Not a problem, yeah. I don't know if it's just a ton of the AoE from the Merchant Marine, from all the mortar ships. That eco's paying off. It's good long-term stuff. It's working. I think Pyro might have a stronger economy, but it's good to see both players working, planning for that long game. Working out pretty well. Another sniper for JMegs on the right. Another 2-3-0 for PyroMusical, Banana Farm style. PyroMusical taking a little bit of time. More Druids. It seems to be a pretty viable strat. We've seen that now, what, 3 times? Something? It seems to be working out pretty good. Definitely worked out for Hydra pretty well last mission. Oh man, lots of Moabs coming through on the JMeg side. Helicopter saves, yeah, okay. So 2 Ring of Fires, is that what those look like for the tack shooters? At least aiming to that if that's not what they're at right now. Pop Lust, I believe, has been activated for the PyroMusical side, and that's going to shred. Absolutely shred. Both these boys, just as a reminder, 10 lives, 1 life. That's where we're at right now. That's how this whole thing is panning out. Absolutely ridiculous. JMeg's aiming for that extra upgrade, probably to get his Merchant Marine another 10%. Keep calling it Merchant Marine. I've been playing some Imperialism lately. That's not what these guys are called. These are Monkey Buccaneers with the Merchantman upgrade. More banana farms for PyroMusical. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Round 51 and round 67. Is that our first Engineer Monkey? On the right side? Second Engineer Monkey? Okay, deconstruct and going for the trap. So that's a 0-2-4 right now. The traps work kind of exactly as they say. They'll trap balloons in. The final upgrade can actually capture Moabs. And when the trap is full, it'll unyield. Or unyield? It'll unleash a little bit of cash. So that works out pretty well. Yeah, I think that's the first Engineer Monkey we've seen go that route anyway. Both these guys doing really well, just keeping a lot of that garbage maintained. Nothing's really getting too loose. What I'd like to see is round 60 for PyroMusical to see how far he gets with the red Moab. I'm going to guess he's going to have absolutely no problem with it whatsoever. Bunch of regular blue Moabs on the right side for JMegs. We saw Greenfoot's ability kicking out all those bananas. Yeah, to be absolutely honest, when I play this, I sometimes get a bad case of tunnel vision. So I recognize that it's kind of a thing. I'm just not really paying attention too much right now. Trying to get more merchants online. It's kind of the deal. Another red Moab. I think we'll have 2 of them this round. Yep, right there on the right side, round 73. Not too much of a problem. Not too much of a problem. JMeg still doubling down on economy, it seems. PyroMusical, a second monkey village. I wonder what that one's all about. Guess we'll just have to see. I'm not really too sure what the strat is having it that close to a monkey village already. I don't know if they actually stack. There are some monkey village abilities that do stack, but I don't know if that's the plan with this one. More 2/3s for Mr. Pyro. What I would assume out of Pyro is what we're going to see in about a minute or so here. He's going to collect all the money, and then he's going to sell all these banks and build either like a really huge one or upgrade for a huge one or whatever. Mad Scramble on the right side for JMegs. Not too shabby. Yeah, anything blue Moab or less are going to get shredded by those tack towers upgraded with flame. Yeah, that's not really an issue. The super fast stuff or the super heavy stuff is going to be an issue. All the way to Plasma Accelerator for the Dartling Gunner for JMegs. Good placement on that right side. There's a lot of area that they have to come down in order for that to, you know, in order for those balloons to really get anywhere. So that's not a bad placement. I'm gonna guess this is a second Plasma Accelerator. Yep, there's the laser, so another 420 on that. PyroMusical left side, still Druid it up. Jungle's Bounty, so that's a 042. Yeah, those, what are they, thorns? The wooden stakes that the druids throw absolutely are ridiculous after a certain point. And there's a Plasma Accelerator. That should keep JMegs well into probably round 100, but after that, some extra work is going to have to be done. Pyro checking all of his stash. All the stuff he's got stashed up in those banks. Okay, round 80. Here we got the big green. The big mean green. Yeah, those Plasma Accelerators are doing work. Yep, okay, so that's round 80 for JMegs. He at least completed the map, so that's a good thing. PyroMusical round 66 at the moment. We're starting to see some real fast nonsense on that right side. No monkey village for JMegs yet, though. That's probably something could be needed very, very, very soon. Keeps kind of the effectiveness of some of these monkeys that don't have camo. Oh, and speak of it, there it is. Right on that right side there. Yep. Jungle Drums, and then Monkey Intelligence Bureau. Yep, that makes perfect sense. Again, the benefit of that is it allows monkeys that don't have the capability to either see camo or damage certain balloons. This gives them the opportunity to damage absolutely everything and see everything. So it's really cool. It adds a lot of DPS where there wasn't any a minute ago. More Navy for JMegs on the right. Pyro on the left, I think still now just stocking up some cash. He's at 68,000. That could be some really impressive upgrades depending on how he spans that out. And there's the big sale. Sold all this stuff to get a 250. Monkeynomics, I think, when you're too big to fail, something like that. I think that's a tagline for that one. JMeg's still keeping the tech level fairly low, just sticking with the merchants. With the Navy. Navy and Grape Shot. Seems to be a winning combination so far. Oh, Monkey Buccaneer, or Monkey Pirate on the field. Has that hook shot ability, allows him to just suck up a Moab and just num 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 num. More monkey villages for Pyro. Interesting. He went 004 on that one there, which makes sense if he's going to merge them together. I'm actually not too sure what Pyro's plan is for that. Just way more Navy for JMegs, it seems. Excellent. And if you're hearing any thumping around in the background, my cats are excited to be alive, apparently. Another helicopter for JMegs. Okay, so here's 74. Yeah, when Pyro gets past round 80, that's exactly what I'd like to see. See how his loadout handles that. As we've seen with the Hydra take on this, shouldn't be a problem. Oh, we got 3-4 green meanies on the right side. They're slow enough that those particle plasma accelerators are doing some really serious damage. Couple more helicopters for JMegs, it seems. Or maybe just a Comanche defense, hard to tell. Aiming for the Alpha Apache, I think that's what it's called. Getting like a 5-0-0 going on. Just way more economy for Pyro. Absolutely doubling down on that. More monkey villages. Not monkey villages. Banana farms. Oh my gosh, my coffee needs more coffee. This is getting intense. I don't remember building this much of a navy, but knowing me, that's probably something that definitely happened. That's a stupid amount of navy. Not a single submarine though. Oh, big wave of the quick speedies. Looks like it's not going to be a problem. Yeah, there's enough stuff on the field that it wasn't that big of a problem. Gonna have to see some diversification with how JMegs handles this though. On the left side for PyroMusical, a couple of the ice monkeys, which is really good to see, and those are perfect spots for them to be. So that way, the second time the balloons loop around, so they go around the little... How is he building that on... That's interesting. I didn't know you could build banana farms on top of... Oh, is it because they're acting as ice? Is that the deal? Oh, that's fascinating. I did not know that was a thing. Huh, I thought needed pontoons or something for that. Goodness gracious, that is crafty. Yeah, I would have never thought of that. What do you need for that to have happen? A 1-0... Oh, and it keeps selling it and replacing it. 0-3-1? Something like that? That's interesting. Huh. Okay, Druid for JMegs. Big purple meanie at round 100. This is a really good indication whether or not this is going to be a make or break for this player on how they handle, what is it, like 60, 80, 100, that kind of thing. Didn't seem like it was that much of a problem. So that got handled pretty easily. Pretty solid economy for both these guys. Still hanging on an absolute thread in terms of life, though. So 10 and 1, the numbers don't lie. It has been really gutsy for both these players. 102 is a massive wave here. A lot of the black speedy ones, and then what was it, green reinforced or whatever. Just a lot of stuff going on. JMegs trying to get a navy one more time there. Pyro on wave 80. Lots of pushback. He's got a wizard monkey in there, or a druid, or whatever has the winds of whatever. Now, hopefully these ice monkeys are going to double down and really nullify whatever comes their way. Yeah, that worked out great. So PyroMusical has now also completed the map, which is good to see. So now it's just a contest to see who gets the farthest, right? If he showed me this map right now, and showed me these side by side, didn't tell me the names, it said, who do you think is going to win? Honestly, I wouldn't know. There's a lot of damage in that naval area on JMeg's side, but also I think PyroMusical has a real winning combination with the druids here, and I think again Pyro has a much stronger economy. So it's also really cool to see. Sorry about that pause. I had to take a really big swig of coffee. I'm still not awake yet, it seems. Super Monkey for Pyro. Improved mortars on the right side for JMegs. Trying to get a little more early damage, it seems. Oh, and we've got some action on that right side. Yeah, Mortar Monkeys can be absolutely great. They can strip off some of the special qualities of a Moab. They can also make it easier for other monkeys to hit. Really good stuff. A lot of synergies are prevalent in this game, which is really cool. Yeah, these are some pretty different strategies. A couple bomb launchers on the left side for PyroMusical. I keep getting the name wrong. Cannon Joes? Cannon Launch-Mos? I don't remember. Oh, almost saw Engineer Monkey for Pyro as well. Cool, cool. Support Chinook for JMegs. The lives now have changed. A bit of a life update. It was 10-1. We're at 60 and 76 respectively, left to right. So what we have is a Support Chinook is really pulling some extra lives for JMegs, as well as I don't think the market is high enough level for that to be happening. For PyroMusical, I think there's some druid ability somewhere in there that allows life generation. I'm not entirely sure what it is. But I don't see a support Chinook, and I don't believe I see the Monkeynomics, or whatever the massive 005 banana farm that generates lives. Big parade of nonsense on the right side for JMegs. Holy cripes. Those helicopters are worth their weight in, what? Palladium? They're doing it. They're doing it. Pyro has more than enough DPS on his side that most of these enemies aren't getting very far at all. Now that we're seeing this matchup at this level, I really think Pyro's got this on lock with all those druids. Main difference between his strategy and Hydra's strategy in the previous round. I guess basically economy. If I had to break it down to one word, Pyro has taken a very serious approach to getting his economics prioritized. We didn't really see that with Hydra, and I think Hydra could have lasted a lot longer if that was more of a resounding fundamental. But that's okay. Everyone plays in their own way. We got the Ray of Death on JMeg's side. That thing is expensive. I think it's like 80,000 or something. I didn't see. I've been too busy looking at Pyro's side of the battle. Let's see. More mortars. We've got a crazed up Monkey Engineer on the right side for JMegs. We've got a Sun Avatar on the left for Pyro. If I know Pyro, he's going to take that Engineer and he's going to give him the Overclock, which is going to be a 050. And that Overclock is going to be a small permanent boost to whatever that tower does. Oh man, right side, right now, JMegs getting flooded with tons of nonsense. Is that going to be enough? Wow, maintained. 185 lives on the left, 181 lives on the right. Stuff is beautiful. I mean, it's amazing. Again, these guys were at 10 lives and 1 life, respectively. Big pile of nonsense over here on Pyro's side. It didn't even make it past the first curly Q. It just didn't. Alchemist Monkey on the left side, most likely going to be throwing attack boost. Attack speed boost, if I had to guess. Wow, 2, 3 big purple nonsense monsters on the right. Yep, there's the third. Not too much of a struggle. Those speedy boys are the ones that are going to give JMegs the biggest problem. And, of course, a couple of Dartling Gunners upgraded with the Balloon Denial system. Those are going to be great crowd control as well. JMegs getting gutsy, turning on the auto start. Pyro at round 98. Absolutely nuts so far for both of these guys. Not seeing a lot of penguin clicking. Maybe I haven't been paying attention, but I have not seen a whole lot of that. Round 100 for Pyro on the left side, was like nothing. There was like nothing there. Very well handled, very expertly done. Yep. And as I was saying, overclock has been unlocked for the engineer monkey. Now the first level of overclock is temporary. The second one is permanent. So you can just keep overclocking the same thing over and over and over and over again. It'll keep getting a small boost. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but that's what the flavor text says. JMeg's just bulldozing right along. What I'm going to assume is the Super Monkey that Pyro has already leveled up a bunch. He's most likely going to get that evolved to the next stage, which will consume all of the towers. Oh, there we go. Full Sentinel. Oh my gosh. Yep. So now he's probably going to save for the 105,000 and merge all that stuff together. So he's got a maxed out version of every single type, I think. That might be the plan, because the cannon one's basic, and then each of these other monkeys fall into different groups. If I understand how that works. I think it takes the very best of each, or whatever, when it merges. Oh man, big speedies on the right. Round 128 for JMegs. Spectre gunship. Keep calling it gunship now because, yeah. We also have the most ranked up 005 in the bottom right for JMegs. Okay, so here's Pyro's Speedy Boys coming through. 310, 351 for the lives for both these guys. Yeah, it's not... Yeah, the Moabs that are going to have to come through to kill Pyro are going to have to be a lot faster and a lot stronger. Now, why not just faster? Because if you take a look at his entire track, he still has the vines on each track, or the briar patches, or whatever they're called. It's a druid ability, and I don't remember exactly what it is called, but that comes from the druids. It leaves those vines all over the place. Yeah, JMeg's really doubling down on an Air Force over here on the right side. Air Force, as I mentioned before, really awesome. Same with the helicopters, same with the snipers. These are the same class of monkeys that can attack anything, anywhere on the map. The snipers require line of sight, but nothing else does. Yeah, this is going to do a ton of damage. Round 110 on the left for PyroMusical. 133 on the right for JMegs. Just so much artillery getting hucked downfield. And it's almost as nuts as I can't see anyone's mouse cursor. Oh, okay, I just found JMegs. I think Pyro has a smaller mouse cursor, so it's hard to tell where his mouse even is sometimes. Yeah, absolute buckets worth of damage on that right side. That's insane. Gosh, I don't know how far this is going to go. When we're getting to these later rounds, what's really interesting is, as a human playing the game, if you are not paying attention even for a minute, what can happen is you can feel really safe and secure, like round 159. Like, you're doing really good, you're feeling good. You've got either really good zone control or crowd control or something. You've got some shtick you're working with or whatever, and just like that, Pyro evolves this tower, as mentioned. But you're feeling really comfortable on 159, and then 160 rolls around, and you just get completely curb stomped. Like, that's something that can happen. Like, if you're just not paying attention, you just get flooded, and it gets absolutely insane. So, evoluting up that tower is going to add a ton of artillery for PyroMusical on that left side. Oh man, lots of speedies coming through for JMegs. Oh, and that did it. That absolutely did. Was at 138, I reckon? Yeah, oof. Okay. So that means PyroMusical has to get past 138. That's where this is going to have to be. Once he gets 139, he wins. If he falters before 138, JMegs moves on to the next round. Oof, yeah. This was exactly what I was just talking about. Feeling pretty comfortable. You got tons more, like in the last 10 rounds, 15 rounds even, JMegs was adding a ton of extra Air Force and a lot of extra insurance to make sure he could ramp up fast enough, but it just was not fast enough. And that's the thing, like there's no, oh man, that last wave was close. We'll get better next wave. Like there's very few of those opportunities like that where you have the moment and the chance to really ramp back up, because once it's too late, it's just too late. So anyway, well done on that. We'll just have to see how far Pyro gets. Looks like he's doing a little bit of configurating. Trying to get a bit more economy going on. And I'm going to guess that that is going to turn into a Monkeyopolis. Yeah, remember earlier when I said I wasn't entirely sure how this was going to play or why that was going to work or why he placed it like that? Well, the ice guys, apparently, the ice monkeys, I didn't know, can create platforms. And when that really happens is, well, he can build more stuff on it. Now he can turn this into a Monkeyopolis and get some real bank. As if he didn't have enough money already. But this is kind of the good long-term thinking that I've seen out of PyroMusical. And I've played, as I mentioned, I've played RTSs with and against him before. If you give PyroMusical a singular task, he excels very, very much. And I've talked to him about this before. What can happen is, if Pyro has to think about 4 or more different things at the same time. So let's take StarCraft, for example. Not only do you have to think of your attacking strategy, but you also have to think about your economy and maintaining a good steady flow of that. Also unit production, also base defense. So if those are the 4 things we have to think about, if you play an Avatar game with Pyro, which I have in the past, Pyro is awesome. If I just say, you have to worry about unit production and attacking. That's it. I'll take care of homeland defense, I'll take care of the economy. And we're a really darn good team, just throwing that out there. Pyro's very good at doing the little skirmishes, little battle skirmishes, whether it's 2 units, all the way up to the bigger fights when it's 20, 30 units in StarCraft 2, and just trying to keep on pressure. Really big assault coming here out of Pyro, it was done. It got a third of the way through or whatever. So once you handle the money side of this, and you can really just buckle down on everything else, Pyro is absolutely going to excel, I feel, in the rest of this, and perhaps the rest of the tournament as well. Most likely, yeah, that support Chinook is most likely going to be. Now, we did see Hazy try to do a bit of that before with moving units around. I don't think we actually saw the units be moved around. But I did see her pull up the prompt a couple times, so I'm wondering if Pyro's going to be doing some actual moving, or he just wanted to support Chinook for the extra lives. Both are reasonable. And just buckets of bananas just getting ka-chunked out pretty heavily. Round 120 for Pyro. He's got 20 more rounds to go, or I guess 19 more rounds to go. And that'll sink it for him, moving him on to the next round. Yeah, a lot of this stuff is just not getting very far at all. Oh, I didn't notice Pyro building a mortar sometime. There's just so much going on. And this is regular speed. This is normal speed. Like, we're seeing this as if they were playing it live. So if they've got double speed on or whatever themselves, that's awesome. I considered putting this whole thing at double speed like myself for the replay. But after a couple of minutes, I realized I was not given enough time to do any amount of commentating whatsoever. It was just too darn fast. And these guys being heavily armored is not really going to be that much of a difference. Yeah, we haven't seen the Sun Tower, the Sun Altar, the Sun Temple in action yet. But now, yeah, we definitely are going to see that happen. Oh, I guess the Sun Temple also absorbed a lot of the economics. I did not know that was possible. So that's cool as well, because that tower's generating 5,000 monies every round. Now that I'm taking a better look at it, that is fascinating. I didn't think it would absorb that. But this is a great example of using the exact same map area for more and more economy. This is exactly what's going on. So this is just going to keep growing and growing and growing and growing. This isn't an infinite process. It's not, what's the word? It's not recursive or anything. Like, once you run out of room, you've run out of room, and there's not many monkeys that'll absorb nearby monkeys to add more stuff. So that's kind of what that is. I think the Monkey Village maxed out and the Sun Temple maxed out are kind of the two that are it. And of course another Alchemist Monkey, most likely to boost up fire rates. Pyro at 660 lives, that's incredible. From 10 to 660. This was absolutely the closest match in terms of, like, Doomsday Clock level stuff, for sure. Of both players, they both got incredibly close to death. I don't know how that penguin was just sliding. I was sipping my coffee. I was gonna say, that penguin was just literally sliding on all these briar patches. That could not have been comfortable. Alright, starting to see a Navy. We have a, what was it, 050 and now is 205. Really starting to max out, yeah, the getting extra artillery on the field for sure. So we kind of saw this as well with Hazy. I think the observation I had was I wasn't too entirely sure how this works out, technically wise. What I'm going to assume is because anything else can be hit by these other monkeys, the submarines also can hit as well. I'm going to be absolutely honest, straight up. Monkeys are... the submarine monkeys... Monkey sub, there it is. I'm not super familiar with. I haven't used them a lot. When I played with Paladin Shotgun, he is more the expert on how this is used. So I'm just going to have to see how this works. But this is adding a lot of firepower, for sure. And a lot of boosts as well. Looks like it's getting fire rate boosts and everything. My word. Yeah, Pyro's got money to burn. Still another 40,000 on the docket. Wow. Yeah, these things are costing about 6,000 monies. So 205. Or 204 anyway. I'm gonna have to look that up and see what all of the differences of all that. But like I'm going to say, I'm assuming that's going to allow these subs, I was gonna say ships, these subs to hit anywhere on the map any other monkey can hit, and we will be able to see that pretty quickly. Yeah, look at that. They're just... oh my gosh. It's like a Dartling Gunner massacre with these things. And the aircraft carrier flagship being built at the top. We're at round 129, now 130. Just 9 more to go and Pyro steals the win. Put a big old W on his scorecard. Another Alchemist Monkey, was that? Oh, moving it around. Maybe? I didn't quite catch what happened there. That's okay. Pyro going through his loadout, making sure everything's upgraded. The absolute bombardment of all that crap just getting thrown down there is ridiculous. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. He's already at 170,000 monies again. So now the interesting thing is, if you didn't have all the upgrades that allow you to consolidate... oh, and yep, moving his... yep, there we go. Moving the monkey. Monkey. If you didn't have all these upgrades to consolidate your economic structure, there might be a real tough conversation of when do you start selling stuff? When do you start removing stuff from the game, so you have more room to build more defense. But right now, I think we've got, what, 4 or 3 things that are producing economy for Pyro. The 2 obvious banana farms in the bottom. The Sun Temple is producing money because it also conglomerated a bunch of farms together. And also, I believe one of his druids have a money make ability. Oh, I take that back. The Chinook, the support Chinook, also has something. I'm seeing a lot of... Yep, seeing a lot of upgrades there hiding in the bushes. So 2 bomb shooters and a super monkey got placed in the bottom left. Soon to see another Sun Temple, I feel. That makes sense with how Pyro's been loading this out. With each of the types. Yep, and now another Ninja Monkey, completely maxed out. Either a 5-0-0 or a 0-5-0, I thought was how he did the other one. And then once the monkeys are consolidated, you can rebuild those tier 5s again. Which is actually a really cool mechanic, I think. Oh, I was going to say attack launcher, are you serious? Okay, and then an engineer monkey to kind of finish it off. What, 025? Now that he looked at his loadout? And I was gonna save up another 100 and whatever thousand to get yet another temple going on. The temple is a 400 upgrade. So you can have multiple of those. So I guess you could consolidate and consolidate and consolidate. Consolidating a temple within a temple, I don't think helps at all. I don't know the meta behind that. Anyway, 920 for lives. Pyro's got 3 more rounds to clean. If he can get to 139, it just has to say 139. That means he beat 138. And then that's it. We'll wrap this up and Pyro moves on. I'm very confident at this current level, Pyro does have this in the bag, but we'll have to see. And sacrifices, another Sun Temple with epic range. That's insane. That's absolutely insane. Alright, we're on 138 for Pyro. He just has to clean this up and we're done. I'm hoping he falls so JMegs can continue, but I don't think that's going to happen. Okay, there's 139. That wraps that up. Cool. Okay, Pyro moves on to the finals. Let's go ahead and get on with the next match. Hey there guys, gals, fans, and pals, thanks for checking out my video. I also want to take a moment to thank all my supporters and donators, and if you'd like to join up with me and game with my crew, all the information to get connected is in the description below. Thanks again, and I hope to catch you next time.